Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform, man. Much love. And we back with another video. And in this video, I want to speak on the dynamic of Yandy and Mendeecees relationship. Now, y'all know Yandy and Mendeecees is from, Love and Hip Hop, New York. If y'all know Yandy, is an ex-manager for Dipset and also other labels. And she was always great at finding talent, and she just was always a young, productive woman, and she also comes from the gynocracy. We know this. So we saw on Love and Hip Hop, the show, she was, in a relationship with a dude named Mendeecees. Now, as I just stated, she used to manage Dipset artists, Diplomat artists. At one point, she was managing Jim Jones. She was managing Jewels. She met them through Cam, because Cameron originally hired her because Cam knew Mona Scott. This is how all this stuff is connected, because Mona originally was a well-known person up in these record labels, such as Atlantic Records and a lot of other labels. So Mona is no stranger around the industry, and one of her proteges was Yandy. So Yandy met Mendeecees through Cam. Cameron and Mendeecees is friends from the streets. You see? Hence why the title of the video is what it is. Mendeecees is a street dude who was able to get his foot in the door in the industry through his homeboy Cameron, who was a rapper. And this is how he met Yandy, and he started dealing with Yandy. But the purpose of this video is to point out the dynamic of street dudes and the Black matriarchy. Because if you look at Mendeecees, and you can see it in the thumbnail, and you can go and just Google a bunch of other pictures that he got with Yandy. He is a dude who suffers from mommy trauma. He grew up in the gynocracy also. If y'all remember anything during the show, Mendeecees' mother is West Indian, and she's very dominant. She's a gynocrat. She's a gynocrat. Hence why her son was out in the streets doing what he was doing, because he admitted that his mother abandoned him. And he's never gotten over that. And this is something that is common with street dudes and the Black matriarchy, where these Black men get with the same archetypes as their mother, because Yandy is just like his mother. This is why Yandy and his mother don't get along, because they're both gynocrats. They were both raised and groomed in the gynocracy. What is the gynocracy? The gynocracy is the Black matriarchy in cahoots with the white patriarchy. So dudes like Mendeecees, they go and get with women like Yandy, because Yandy's going to take care of them, women like Yandy. But she's doing all of these things for you at a cost. There's a price, and there's a price for you to pay. And that price is you never ever feeling like a man. And not because everything is being paid for, but because this is how they make you feel indebted to them because they pay for everything. So whenever you try to defend yourself, whenever you try to go out and just be a man, you're not allowed to be. This is how Yandy treats her boyfriends and men that she deal with. You belong to her. You are her possession. You are her son. And Mendices expressed that he feels that way being with Yandy. Because this is the same way his mother made him feel. And when he decided to not listen, he was thrown away. He was abandoned. This is why when he was locked up, he would constantly tell Yandy, well, listen, if you're not happy on what's going on, just move on. Just leave me. Because he was used to being abandoned. This is common with street dudes. This is common with the so-called Pookie and Ray Ray. Where black men are abandoned by their mothers. This is why we don't have a problem with going through women. Because we don't ever see women to really love us like that anyway, because a lot of us didn't get that from our mothers. And this is what Mendices was saying. And a lot of street dudes go through this. This is why a lot of street dudes have a problem with being in relationships with women. It's because that first relationship was broken. That first relationship was dysfunctional. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. And it turns into, over time, when it's unresolved, it turns into personality deficiencies, where a woman may always feel like you coming off as being cold or callous or not caring for them, but they don't understand what you've been through. And this is something that's common among street dudes. You see, it's common. It's common amongst the Pookie and the Ray Ray, because they grow up in the black matriarchy, where black men are abandoned, black men are ignored, black men are shunned, black men are used. And Mendices is just, I think he's at a point where he's tired of it. He want to be free. And this is what I've always said, black men are searching for freedom. We want to feel free. And not free of responsibility, but free at mind and free at heart, free of burdens. Mendices is tired of feeling like he owe Yandy something because what she did for him, because she throw it back in his face. And she treat him as if he owe her something because what she has and because what she's willing to share. That is another thing that is common in the black matriarchy that street dudes got to deal with, dealing with their mamas. They mamas make them go out in the streets and hustle and take all their money and still treat them like shit. And this is why they get with the baby mamas and the women like Yandy, who turn around and treat them like a little boy the same way, and mentally abuse them and emotionally abuse them and scold them and make them feel less than. But then she want to parade them around when she at a business meeting or at a function. She want to parade them around like a pet and act like she love them. Black men are getting tired of that, man. See, y'all think it just happened to the so-called educated lame. No, it happened to Pookie and Ray Ray too. Because that is the relationship that street dudes in the black matriarchy has. That is the function. That is what you see. An example of that is Yandy and Mendices. So brothers, don't be Mendices. Like, share, subscribe, Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to the Masculine Mercenaries, man. Salute to my whole A-Game family. Fellas, get down in the description box. Join this A-Game lifestyle. At the checkout, type in your promo code SHEEP and the number 10. That's SHEEP and the number 10 for a discount off on your purchase. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Peace.